In this part of our tutorial of Microsoft 2016, our attention will focus on another very important area, especially when it comes to formatting text. These have to do with home, but this time we are going to deal with a group called font. Alright, F-O-N-T, font. Now, in this segment of font is where you can actually highlight, you can actually bold your text, you can actually underline, italicize, you can subscript on upper script, we can strike through, double strike through, we can change the font, and we can as well increase the font or decrease the font. We can actually undo or clean what we have just done and many more. So now let's take a look at using this as our case study. Take for example, we want to bold. Just highlight the work, come to this B, and it will get it bold. What about if you want to italicize? Just highlight that and click on I to italicize. If you want to underline, go to the underline after highlighting. You will get your underline. So it's a very simple thing. In case you want to double underline in this Microsoft Word 2016, it gives you different method of underline, as you can see. So if you want to, for example, double line, you can have it right there. If you want something much different, let's take another example of another underline. You could come in here and give yourself another style of underline. These are all found under the group called font. Alright, well, that is not enough. You can use some other features, some other effects, text effect, which you can choose how your text look. In most cases, when you are dealing with an heading and so on, you could get something much more beautiful with the help of all these. You could use your 3D format and many other formats as your choice may be. So all these are achievable with the help of this segment that have to do with font. So there are so much we can learn when it comes to font, and let's see more. And you can actually decide how to give a color, background color to each of the text. Maybe you want to highlight text of your choice, maybe you want to lay emphasis on that, maybe you want your reader to get more, to give more attention to this segment. You can just come in here and do what you can say. Now let's just quickly take one for example. You can say what we can achieve under this segment. So it can actually allow us to format our text, format our work with ease when it comes to font. So you could choose the font size. Although we have all this, remember we also have shortcut keys for this. Take for example, if it were to be shortcut keys, instead of coming to, you can as well click on Ctrl B. Okay, Ctrl plus B will also bold. Ctrl plus I will give you italicize. Ctrl plus U will also give you what? Underline. So we have all the shortcut keys necessary to do just so. And remember, we learned about shortcut keys format. If you have not learned, I'm leaving the link at the bottom there for you to follow the shortcut keys format. All of them, it's very easy to get their format. You can do that with ease. But we're not going to go into that. You can change your font and change your font to whatever you like. Okay, that's good. Now, this is not enough because apart from that, you know, you can as well come here and change the color. Many of us are familiar with that. Whatever choice color you want to, you could make a choice. But that is not even enough. Now, sometimes when you type a word, maybe typing a word with a lowercase. What I mean a lowercase is like this one here we have here. Basically, okay, some of the words like this, a lowercase is here. Take for example, this is a lowercase work. Now, or you can call it a small letter. Okay, small letter, capital letter, but it actually refers to lowercase and uppercase, title case and total case, and so on. All right, this is a lowercase. Instead of you deleting this because you wanted an uppercase, you can just come into that same environment. How do you get that done? Just click on here and choose whether you want to use a sentence case. That means the first word capital, the rest lowercase, or you want to use purely lowercase, or you want a pure uppercase, or you want this capitalize each word. That means each of the first word capitalized, or toggle case, whatever one you want. Take for example, we want it all uppercase, so we just click on this. So you do not need to delete. With the help of the font environment here, the font group, you can actually do all that and more. Sometimes you want to actually take for example, in a work like this, maybe you have 23. You want to make sure that the 2 here is either base, or I'm sure we understand what that means. It's either you want to make it as a base or you want it to be up. How do you do that? It's a very easy things to do. Let me show you. Now we'll just highlight this. I'm highlighting the 2 that we're interested, and come to that same environment. Okay, this is where we'll go. We'll click on this. Okay, superscript, that is superscript. You see now the 2 have become superscript. Now let's lower the script. Let's click on this one. It's bring it to the bottom. Alternatively, you can use a shortcut keys for that. There's a shortcut keys you can use for that. Is actually, I think it's Control plus Shift and plus. Control plus Shift and plus. Control plus Shift and plus will give you that. If you say press Control now, Control and equal to will bring it lower script. So either of the 2 you remember as a shortcut you can use. But this is not enough. Sometimes some currencies of some countries may actually require us using strike through. This is called strike through. But sometimes this is a single strike through. This is what I mean. Let me show you what it means. If I click on it, it's a single strike through, and you can see there. But suppose your currency of your country, like for example, a country called Nigeria. Nigeria uses an naira sign. This is the sometimes when they type the document, they leave it this way because they may not know what. Some of them may not know what to do, and whereas some will just come here and give it 1, all right, which is still okay. But however, you can actually have a double strike through from this same environment. How do you do that? You come to this place, okay. All right, in this place you can then bring down a much detailed a much dialog box, and you come to, after highlighting the text, come to the double strike through. I say strike through, that is already on, so you can even undo that. Click on the second one, double strike through. When you click on OK, automatically that end, as you can see here, is now double strike through. So all this can be found under font. That is not enough. You can as well change your default font. What do we mean? Is that most times we have Times New Roman as our default font, but you can change that here. You can say, okay, let's just take Splash. All right, I want to use Splash as my default. Then I will come here to set as default. As I'm clicking, it will ask me a question whether I really know what I want to do, or do I want it to be applicable only in this document, or do I want it to be applicable in all documents that have to do with the Microsoft Word? If I want it to be applicable in all documents that have to do with Microsoft Word, I will click the second one there and come here and click on OK. Okay, see, everything here have become that way. So if that is what I want, that's not a problem. If I am going to opening a fresh new page, you can see that instead of having it here as we have always have Times New Roman, now we are having what? Splash, because I have set it as a new default. And you can see even the fonts here have all changed that way, because what we had when we were doing that, it was a strike through that was highlighted at that point in time. Anyway, we can go back there and change whatever we have done. So we can unclick this and we can take it back to Times New Roman. So how do we do that? You can just delete this, just Times New Roman is there. Then you can set back your default. Okay, set as default. As you set as default, you still ask the same question, you select all and apply. You see it has come back to normal. So all this can be done with the help of under font and many more. So let me know how much you have used font. Sometimes you can even use this. This actually means to clear all formatting you have made. Can you see now? It's clearing the format. If anywhere I am now, I click on it, it clear the format. In case if I do not know how to go back to that same place, just go to that particular work and come to here. It means to clear the format, what you have formatted, and so on and so forth. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So subscribe, like the video, and leave your comment. I'd love to see you in our next video. Thanks so much.